I am right outside Escalante, Utah, getting ready to set out on a 3 to 4 week hike to Escalante, Utah. That's right, I'm doing a big loop this year. Day 2, day 4, day 6, day 8, day 10, day 12, day 14. We're just getting started. Day 18. Day 20. Going over Fiftymile Mountain. Morning of day 22. I slept in this morning. It was a little bit chilly. I was in a nice shaded spot, so just enjoyed a little extra sleep on the hard ground. Today's an exciting day. We are going to do a new route. Right now we're still trudging through sagebrush country, but soon we're going to divert and follow a ridge line I've always wanted to walk and see if we can find a way to the bottom of the mountain. If not, we'll have to come back, but I'm hoping that we do. All right, that's the report for now. Soon we'll be at a spring, fill up on water, have an early lunch, and then we'll go exploring. All right, let's go. Dropping down into the Mudhole Spring area. Nice little aspen grove here. Good water down below. Oh, I think this has got to be a record. We are so far away from any place. All faded. Okay, happy something to somebody from 50-Mile Mountain. More trash, like I don't have enough already. Our first peak at the western edge of 50-Mile Mountain. It's not exactly the direction we're going, but when we get to our edge, it'll look a lot like that. Wow, another one! And among the cacti blooms. We're so far away from anywhere. All right, happy blue day to somebody. Finally see the direction we're headed. That's Mudholes Point out there. You can actually see Lake Powell again. It might be Gunsight Butte. It's the southern part of the lake. Quite the view. Okay, we've arrived to the edge. The fun begins. What a view! Guessing that's Rock Creek Bay out there. It's the general direction we're looking. Walking on the edge. Somewhat. Said before I love me a good ridge route. Well, I just started, but this is already one of my favorites, I think. Here, walk it with me. Okay, not as close to the edge anymore. You want to take a look over the ledge? Okay, I'll let you do it. I don't want to put my neck that far out. It's a long ways down there. Woo! What a fun route. Crux is coming up. Of course, I scouted all this on Google Earth. Looks doable. like there's several different options to get down, but you never can tell until you're there. And we're about to be there. Okay, you can see our route in front of us. What we are attempting to do is walk this ridge all the way down, at least as far as possible, and then find a way to scramble down to the bottom. I've been eyeballing this route for a long time. It just looks like a great route and a good alternative to the Hayduke where it goes up Monday Canyon, which I'm not a big fan of. The views are already amazing, so that makes this route worthy. But the route is worth 0 if it doesn't connect. So if I get up there and can't find a way down, this will all be for naught, and we will turn around and go back and go the long way. Looking down Mudholes Ridge, I can already see the spot I marked as the crux is going to be difficult. It's this very first notch, and it was very bouldery and very steep. So we'll have to get up there and look to see if we can find a way. These bushes smell so good. Cliff Rose, I believe, is the name, if I remember correctly, which is appropriate because we're on quite the cliff. Just look at them in bloom here, along with all the other wildflowers and cacti. It's quite the sight to see. Starting to get a little discouraged about the outlook ahead. But even if we have to turn around, it was definitely worth a walk down here just to get this view. Quite the ridge. Okay, we have reached the end of the line as far as easy walking goes. From here it gets rough. I have to make my way down through this maze of big rocks. And then getting up the other side is going to be tough. Looking down the other side of the ridge, that's Sunday Canyon over there. Monday would be one farther north. Okay, but we are trying to go this way. Okay, I'm slowly making my way down through the jumble of rocks to the saddle. Woohoo! I'm down in the saddle again. Looking back at the ridge that I walked all along there and down. It was a good one. Take one more look at this great view. In case I don't get back up to the ridge, I might go down the other side. Good stuff. Uh-oh, huge thunderclouds moving in. We actually may get wet here in a bit. Okay, I am trying to get back up on top. Just had to do a minor climb here. It was not that hard, just with the pack made it difficult. I had to push the pack up and then climb around it. From here, oh, there's a few different ledges that look scalable. Okay, let's try it. Yay, I am back on the edge. Look at that. Oh, I'd love to get a shot of me right out there. But my mom would kill me. She'd probably not even like where I am right now. Ooh, let's do it. Amazing view. What can you see down there? What a spot. Wow. Okay, enough fun and games. We have got to get back to hiking. Today's a good day. These are the days that make it all worthwhile. Traipsing in little traipsed places. Good route so far. I like it. I don't know if you guys noticed that cave in the distance as I was climbing down those rocks, but I sure did. And now I've climbed up to the other side to that cave, and I'm glad I did. There's some cool stuff here. Check it out. Most obvious of which is some rock art. I'm guessing all these red blurs were rock art as well. Designs. Cool little spot, huh? Those are the burning hills over there. There are persistent coal fires burning beneath the Earth's crust. And a few times I've seen smoke over there. I wonder if that's what that is. Okay, it looks like, oh, there could be some ways down here. But I'm going to trust my research I did on Google. And I determined that this area got pretty steep and rough, which it definitely does. And I'm going to kick out to the right. I can go down the back slope with this mound and leave the ledges behind, but I think that's for the best. I've been taking in the ridge route for hours now and been loving it. I was tempted to camp up here, but I need to make a little bit more mileage. That's the direction we're headed over there. Last Chance Wash is where we're going to go. Okay, let's get to the back side of this hill and see what we see. Okay, I've been looking for a route down and I haven't found an easy one yet. I found a few decent options, but I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to climb back up to the rim and camp. Because it's getting late and I don't want to be stuck on a cliff after dark. So, yeah, I think that's the best bet. I see several decent options. I just, want to take it easy this late in the day. And there were plenty of good camping spots up there, and I don't see much down below me. So take a look at it. I'll turn the camera around. So yeah, it's some bouldering. There's some chutes. I've been walking around without my pack just to take it all in. And there's lots of big drops you need to avoid. But I just need to make sure that the smaller chutes that I found connect all the way down. Because I don't want to get halfway down and get ledged out and have to come back up. And thus is why I think I'll go back to the top and camp. This part of the rim is not, I'm only down probably 50 to 60 feet maybe. So I'll go back up there. All right, signing out, day 22. Okay, I got my camp all set up. And looking to the southwest, I notice I can see the lights of Page out there. That's crazy. Never expected that. It took me by surprise. Morning of day 23. We're picking up where we left off last night, which is on the edge of the cliffs, looking for a way down. I climbed back up to a high point, and now that I'm back up here, I think I'm going to try this way down, which is on the southern side of the plateau. It just looks maybe a little bit easier than my options on the far side. So we'll see. We'll see how far I get and if that is indeed the best choice. That's the word for now. Turkey vultures are swarming. I'm down in the saddle again. Really wasn't that bad. Just kind of had to zigzag through those big rocks and cliffs. Didn't even have to take the pack off, so it wasn't bad at all. And now, I think smoother sailing should be ahead. We're gonna work our way down this gully and then try to find a route down to the lower elevations. Still a great view over the saddle though. Can almost get down to the flanks here, but not quite. I looked. Never really considered that as an option, but looks like it's almost possible. Okay, let's see what's down this gully. Day 23. Headed through the land of boulders here. There's one final challenge coming up. Can't see it yet, but I know there's a cliff band right ahead, about 10-15 minutes. So that'll be the final challenge of this route. Then we'll basically be down in the flat land, reconnected with other known routes. Looks like a storm is coming in. We'll see if I get wet today. Storms the last few times like this never did amount to anything, at least at my location. Okay, here's that final cliff band I was talking about. And I missed my mark a little bit. I wanted to be over there because it looks like there's a talus that I can make my way down. Because this I cannot get down. All right, let's go over there. And just like that, we are halfway down the cliff band. Wasn't that hard. As long as you're in the right spot, not that bad. A little bit more to go, but it looks pretty easy. Headed for that rock out there. Get out of the rain, it's starting to rain on me. Bird landed right on top of that rock. Bet he has a nest inside. Okay, Mr. Bird. Well, the storm finally caught up to me. It's raining now. Kind of hard. Put out the plastic sheet to try to catch some extra drinking water. If it continues at this rate, there's going to be puddles and lots of surface water, so it won't be a problem. I'm staying dry though, cooped up under this nice big overhang. Nice and cozy in here. A little windy, but keeping the rain out, luckily. I'm glad I stayed here instead of moving on. I considered just to keep walking because I was so tired of all the false alarms, but this one seemed like it was going to be real. Since it's raining, it's a good time to tell you about another new piece of gear this year, and that is my rain gear. These are just Frog Togs. Cheap and lightweight rain gear. This seems to be a hiker favorite, and I kind of see why. I like them. The downside is they're not very sturdy, so if you go through brush, you're going to get ripped up. I've been impressed with how mine have held up until I held them up to the light and looked inside and saw all these little tiny holes, but no major rips so far. The one time I've had to use it in the rain, when it was raining pretty hard, it kept me warm, but that was early in the trip, so we'll see if all these little pinholes make a difference now, if I have to wear this out in the rain now. So all in all, good marks for Frog Togs. You know, it's not fancy, it doesn't have any fancy features like pockets or pit zips or anything else, but it does have a hood, and it'll keep you dry. And for Utah hiking, when rain is fairly rare, yeah, that's pretty much all I need. So it works. All right, that's a thought for now on Frog Togs. See this big section carved out of this rock? While I was sitting here under the bigger rock, watching it rain, I realized that after a while it started dripping, a steady drip down from the top right to this spot. So I'm guessing that notch is carved out over millions of years of rainstorms just pecking away at this bigger rock here. because the rest of the rock is protected from the rain. But that spot gets the drip from above, and you can even see how it's black stained all the way down. I wouldn't have noticed it if I hadn't been here to witness it. Man, these little bushes are the reason my legs look like that. Half the reason, I should say. The other half is because of the bugs, but yeah, they've been getting torn up. Little bushes look like they'd be soft, but they are not. Maybe they don't look it, but man, they are sticky. Okay, we are getting close. What are those guys? What's that all about? Never seen guys like that. Yeehaw! I can see the bottom. That wash down there is Rogers Canyon. So that will bring an end to what I'm calling the Mudholes Ridge Route. Pretty good route, I think. I think it'd be a good alternative for people through hiking or doing the Hayduke instead of taking Monday Canyon. I mean, I took it slow and checked it all out, but a normal hiker would be able to do it, I think, quicker than Monday. And it's definitely more scenic than Monday, in my opinion. So definitely a worthy option. There are a few rough spots, but not bad. Like once you find the right way, it's not bad at all. Woohoo, look at that. All the green on the hills is unique to this time of year, spring, and only for wet springs. I've been here 3 or 4 times, and I've seen it once before like that, and the other time it was dry. So those hills are just black. But I definitely like it with the black and green look. Green actually comes from a small yellow greenish flower. I'll show you some of that flower when we get closer. We'll pass some down. There's actually some right down below us. Yay! Down on flat ground. Route complete. I'm happy. That might be my biggest accomplishment for this hike. I've been wanting to do that route for a long time. And for some reason or another, I've just never made it happen. But this time it happened, and I'm happy. Okay, here's this flower that I was talking about. It makes the hillside look green. It's a really dainty little plant with a flower. I mean, it's really tiny. The blooms are tiny, but in mass, it colors the hillside green. Feels so good to be back to easy walking again. It's going to let me make up some time. So right up here, the official Hayduke route goes up Navajo Canyon. But we are instead going to go down Croton and then go up Last Chance from the very bottom. I've never done that. I've done Navajo a few times, and it's a good canyon, but just want to do something different. Here we go. The gnats are crazy. They're so bad. I think they're rivaling 2022 gnats. They haven't been bad this whole trip, but just in the last few days, they've been bad. Just can't take a break and enjoy yourself because the gnats attack you. Probably noticed on camera a lot of them going like that and clearing my face. It's crazy. Okay, that's it. I had it. I had to go to full bug mode. They were just so crazy. They were all over me. Every time I would just sit down to take a break, I would be swarmed. I mean, to the point you could hear the incessant buzzing all over. And yeah, just legs, arms, everything. So now at least they can't get to my skin. This I almost didn't even bring. Had a bad time last year, so I brought it. I mean, I use this for my Sierra trips, and it's crazy. I've never used it in Utah. In fact, I didn't need it until recently. I almost put it in one of my leave behind caches. I'm like, I'm not gonna need this. But now I'm glad I have it. So I don't know. I don't like hiking in pants. Definitely don't like hiking in a mask. I'll probably take this off as I walk. And yeah, drastic measures for drastic times. All right, that's it for now. This is definitely the biggest bloom I've ever seen in southern Utah. I really have never seen anything like this out here in Utah. So let's go back in here and see what it looks like.